Okay, guys. So I'm kind of new to Zapier, however you want to pronounce it, and I spent probably about 3 hours yesterday looking online, looking through Zapier, trying to figure out how to actually set up a workflow that would take my information from anywhere. I just happen to be doing it from JotForm, as you can see right here. But take it fully from anywhere, put it through a round robin, and finish it with text messages. Now, I found tons of, not tons, I guess I found probably about 5 videos where they talk about how to do it with email. And one guy doing it, I don't know why he didn't record it the way that I did, and that is basically show it from the finished product instead of trying to do it as he's talking and doing a video. But anyway, so I'm just going to show you how I set mine up, and I went ahead and tested really well. So it's working really well, and what I like is that now I can do a round robin, go in and add as many different closers as I want, and I just have to add their cell phone number to my Twilio account, and then add my cell phone number to this workflow here, or their cell phone number to the workflow, and that way, it'll just keep taking the leads that I'm getting and sending it to these people who are going to go ahead and work on deals. Down below, I'm in the video, I've also linked to the actual person's video that did it for Gmail or setting it up for email. So if you want to do that instead, just click the link below. This is mainly round robin for text message because I couldn't find it anywhere online. I searched YouTube, I searched Google, I even searched through Zapier, and nothing could I find. So let's go ahead and get started. So right here, like I said, I'm using JotForm, so you can use whatever you want. The lady who I learned from, she was showing how to do it using Facebook leads. So it doesn't really matter where you're getting the information from, just as long as it's some sort of spreadsheet or some sort of lead capture form. And JotForm is just a lead capture. And so what I did is when I went ahead and selected going from JotForm to Twilio with a couple of steps in between. So first thing I'm going to do is when I go to JotForm, ask, choose the app right here, and I chose JotForm. The trigger event, it's a new submission. I'm going to choose my account. What's going to happen is you click on this, and it's going to say, okay, cool, what account do you want? And it'll help to add or to log in your account. Okay. In this case, it was saying the customized submission, and this was the form name that I had. And then the find data, it's going to say, okay, well, let's go ahead and do a test and make sure we're seeing what we're looking for. So right here, you can see that this is the information that they found when they did the test. So that's good. So just make sure you're always testing things. So I'm going to hit continue. The next one I'm going to do is, our next workflow I'm going to do is called Storage by Zapier. And this doesn't cost anything. You just basically go up here, hit the add button, search for Storage by Zapier. It'll come up. You select it. Your action event is increment value because you're going to basically be going up. So you'll have a list of, let's say, 3, 4, 2, 5 different people you're going to be sending your leads to, and so you're going to want the values to be incrementally increasing. So I chose the action event to be increment value. Then for the account, it's free to set up. You just basically click on it and like I said, I already did this, so it doesn't waste your time. But when you click on it, it's going to go to another page that says go ahead and set up a UUID. And what I did is I just had them generate a UUID. I put it in there, enter, and hit enter, and they said, okay, cool, now it's set up. So that's all you got to do. And I just made sure that I save that UUID somewhere in like an Excel spreadsheet in case something happens where it loses my ID, and I just got to go back in here and put it back in. So, like I said, I'm just doing what she did. So right here it says key, and she used the word index. It doesn't matter, and you can, yeah, it doesn't matter what you name it. You can name it, leads. It doesn't matter, because what you'll see later is this index word was just something so I can see in the list what to get for the next steps in the workflow. Increment amount, you could do whatever you want. And as you can see here, it says default is 1 right here. So I just left it blank, kind of like she did too, but you can put 1 in there if you want. It just doesn't matter really. And then send data, go ahead and hit test and review, and it should say key index value 7, index 7. So mine, yours will probably say 1. Mine says 7 because I've tested it a few times to make sure that the people that I'm sending leads to actually were getting leads. So as you see, I've tested it 8 times now, or 7 times now. But this just shows, yeah, look, this test was successful. That's all you're looking for in this, because if it's not successful, you need to make sure it is before you move on. Otherwise, you're just wasting money getting leads. The next one that I do, again, is going to be Formatter by Zapier. So you go ahead and just hit that plus button, and then in the search bar, you just type in Formatter by Zapier, and it'll come up. You select it. The choose action event, I chose numbers. Now we're going to customize the numbers, and the lady who was showing me how to do this chose spreadsheet style formula, and then the formula is mod open parenthesis 2 index, and then it will say 1 for you. It says 7 for me because I've done it a few times, but it'll say 1 for you, comma, and then this number right here, I have 3 because that's how many people I'm sending leads to. It's 3 different people. So what's cool, like I said, is I can add more people as I want to. Okay, but I'm just doing 3 right now. Okay, again, go ahead and do the test. Make sure it says, test was successful, and that you're going to get output 1 here. Okay. If I do it again, I'm sure the output's going to be 7 because I've done it before, but it doesn't really matter. Again, you just want to make sure that it says test was successful, and that the output was 1. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next one. So you add another one, and it's again formatted by Zapier again. And this time my action type is utilities. When you click on customize utilities, you just select pick from list. Under operation, you select this, you click on it, and then you're going to go here to numbers, and you find this and click on it, and that will populate the operation right there. Then you're going to put in the inputs. So these are the cell phone numbers of the leads that I put in, and if you look at the other video, she had the emails listed that she was going to have go in. Okay, then we're going to send data. You can see the test was successful. The output sent it to one of the cell phone numbers of the guys who I'm sending leads to, and he came back and said, yeah, I received the test. Now, sending the next thing you're going to do when you hit the plus button is search for SMS in Twilio, or just search for Twilio. I think that's the only one that you have. So the app is Twilio. My action event, because there's 2, is either call phone or send SMS. I chose to send SMS. You can choose to call phone, but anyway, this is just for text messaging, so that way they can get the information of the lead and call them themselves. Choosing the account, so you click on this, and if you don't have a Twilio account, you go ahead and set up a Twilio account, and they're going to ask for your token and your SSID, and that's as soon as you log in, it'll show the SSID. The token is hidden, but you just hit copy, or you could say show token, and it'll show that for you. And customize SMS. So there's my phone number, and then for the from number, it'll show up when I select this. It'll show my phone number, and if there's no number, it'll just pick whatever number is available, but you want your number associated with this, otherwise it's not going to work really. And then the to number, again, if you select this, you go down to utilities, which is the last one we did, and you select the for output, which was the cell phone numbers, and then the message. You type whatever you want. Mine is, hey, here's a new lead for you. Please verify your name, mobile number, email. And so that's the information out of each lead that's going to go to the people who I'm sending leads to. I selected yes here, where it's asking, hey, we'll send a message up to 1,600 characters because the normal is 160 characters. So someone might have a long name, or might have a long email address. So I just want to make sure that I'm not having any problems with it. So I just hit yes, that's fine, because then it's gonna price me as multiple messages, which is fine because you're looking at 0.0075 cents a text message or something like that. And I sent 8 today, and it was like 5 cents, or something silly like that. So if I'm getting 10 to 20 leads a day, I'm spending 10 cents a day, which is nothing. So especially when you're starting with Twilio, you in the test account, you get about $15, $16 or something like that to play with before you have to do the whole Twilio account. Anyway, then I'm gonna test it, and then it'll basically send the test to the lead that is up in the round robin. Now I hope you guys, this helped you guys. Like I said, hopefully it'll just take away the hours and hours of actually trying to find round robin for SMS and Zapier. And I will be naming it that, so that way when people are looking for it, they'll find it. I'm surprised no one's made one for this. Like I said, I found a bunch for emails, but with leads, you want to get them as soon as you can. So if you're sending it to someone's email, how often do you check your email a day? Compare that how many times you look at your phone for a text message. Yeah, a lot more looking at your phone for a text message. So it's more likely that you're actually going to be converting those leads. Anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll get on there. If you guys want to have me do a video that talks a little bit more about, or actually we'll go through step by step how to set it up instead of the way I did here. I just thought doing it this way was a lot faster because someone else's video that I saw, they were starting from scratch, and he kept going, oh, wait, okay, so I'm going to, wait, no. So it was just confusing because it seemed like he didn't even know what he was doing. So anyway, we'll talk to you later, and have fun, closing them leads.